All right, let's talk about flea killer Nitenpyram. If you've ever had a pet, you know that feeling, right? The frustration of dealing with fleas, it's just the worst. So today, we're going to dig into what makes this stuff America's #1 solution for flea control. So let's just start with a crazy thought. What if you could just snap your fingers and that whole flea nightmare, the constant scratching, the worry was just gone in a single day? Yeah, I know, it sounds almost like magic, right? But stick with me here. Okay, so before we jump into the fix, we've got to talk about the problem. And believe me, if you have a pet, you probably know this one all too well. It's a frustration that actually kicked off a revolution. Ugh, it's just the worst feeling, isn't it? That helplessness. You see your furry best friend just miserable, scratching, and you do anything to make it stop. Well, it turns out that exact feeling is what actually sparked the search for a much better way. So where did this game-changing solution even come from? You're probably picturing some sterile, high-tech lab, right? Well, you'd be wrong. Its origin story is actually somewhere with a lot more heart, an animal rescue. So let's trace this back. The whole thing kicked off in 2009. We're talking about a group of dedicated pet lovers, literally working out of a rescue center, just trying to help the animals. And if you fast forward to today, that small, passionate effort has exploded. They're now America's #1 provider of bulk Nitenpyram. That is a pretty incredible journey. And this right here, this is the core of their whole philosophy. It just goes to show you, this wasn't ever about making a quick buck. It was a mission, a mission driven by this simple, powerful idea that has been their North Star from the very beginning. Okay, that's the heartwarming backstory, but let's get down to brass tacks. How does this stuff actually work? How can one little pill make such a huge difference so fast? Get this, 30 minutes. That's all it takes. Seriously, in just half an hour, you start to see it working. For a pet that's been suffering for days or even weeks, that kind of speed is an absolute game changer. So here's how it plays out. It's ridiculously fast. Step 1, in just 30 minutes, you'll literally see dead fleas starting to fall off your pet. I mean, talk about instant gratification. Then, by the 4-hour mark, you're looking at over 95% of the fleas being totally gone. And by the 24-hour mark, it's a clean sweep. Total victory. Now, let's compare this for a second. Think about the other options out there. You've got the messy topical treatments, the complicated applications, and, that little bit of worry that comes with them. And then you have this, a simple pill. No mess, no fuss. And it has such a wide safety margin that you can even give it to kittens and puppies as young as 4 weeks old. That combo of being super easy and super safe, that's what really sets it apart. But it's not just about the pill itself. They've really built their whole brand around a set of promises. It's less like they're just selling you a product and more like they're your partner in keeping your pet healthy and happy. And these promises, they're not just words, they're rock solid. First off, a 100% money-back guarantee. No questions asked. Simple as that. Then there's the customer service. You're talking to a real person who gets it. And on top of all that, they're actively supporting animal shelters. It's the whole package. And that commitment to shelters, it goes even deeper. See, for them, the job isn't done when you buy a box. Their impact stretches way beyond that, and it actually brings everything full circle, right back to where they started, the animal rescue world. Just look at this number, thousands. We're talking thousands and thousands of treatments that they have just given away, donated to shelters and rescue missions. And this isn't just a statistic. Every single one of those treatments represents an animal that got a chance at a better, more comfortable life. Because think about it, what does being flea-free mean for a shelter pet? It means they're not miserable, they're healthier, they're happier, and honestly, it makes them way more adoptable. So these donations are literally helping these pets find their forever families. It's a second chance. Okay, so we've seen the story, we've seen how crazy effective it is, and we've seen their mission. So it all boils down to one simple question, right? Why do people keep choosing them over and over again? And honestly, the answer is right here. It all comes down to this: fast, safe, trusted, and a guaranteed flea-free pet. It's not just a catchy slogan, is it? It's their entire promise, their whole philosophy, wrapped up in 4 simple words. It's the happy ending they guarantee for your pet.